Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the next game. I won't say it's game 2, but it's the next game. We are following Mistrust once again against Dota Beyond Spartans. Dota Beyond Spartans, a relatively new team to the scene compared to Mistrust. They have been around for ages. This is the GEST June event, hosted by Gigabyte as well as Dota Talk, Western Digital as well as Corsair. I'm your host, Lysander Zenora, and I'm joined here by Gods today. So you guys all know Gods, so I'm gonna welcome him to the stream. Hello Gods, welcome.
Hey Lysander, hey guys on the stream. excited to be first time I've actually casted the Dota Beyond Spartans. I thought it was when I saw DBS, I thought it was Dustbin for some reason, but I was completely wrong.
Shots
It's,
fired.
no, not shots fired. I just it's a very similar name. It's like similar abbreviation, DBS, but it's not. I've been corrected. It's Dota Beyond Spartans.
Yep.
I know Bonjourlet from some of his previous teams. He's a really strong player.
Ex-TNC,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, he's a really good
Okay.
solo mid. Yeah. If I'm not wrong, the other night it's still very hazy because the games happened really late. But I believe they did win the best of 3 against well, they were the underdog in that matchup, that's for sure. But they won that game anyway. I can't really remember who it was, but still, was it? Hey, who played against Dreams the other day? Can't really remember. That team beat Dreams and
they played against Dreams. Were playing against Gangster, I think it was.
Yeah, Gangster Black. Yeah, Gangster Black lost to them, I think. Yeah, so
Okay.
I'm pretty sure Dota Beyond Spartans they won Gangster Black 2-1. I'm pretty sure. I'm not so sure. The last game was very hazy, like I said, but still, they are a really strong team. At the very least, they took the game off Gangster Black, who have been around for a longer time than them, I believe. And well, this time they got to go against Myth Trust, who have shown their carry potential time and time again. We're gonna see if they can do it again. Bad Rider, Nick Assassin, Alchemist. Oh, Alchemist banned out. And
They
Shadow
banned
Demon
Alchemist,
is removed, yeah. So
I
no
posted
Shadow
on
Demon.
Facebook. My Facebook post was like ban Alchemist or lose. And luckily, they did ban Alchemist.
Yeah, you have a lot of followers. I'm sure one of them are, well, Dota Beyond Spartan players or even fans. Maybe tweet out at Bonjourlet to ban out the Alchemist. But I'm pretty sure even without that, they know that Lacals is famous for his Alchemist. They might look out to ban his other heroes. Maybe not the Morphling. Morphling is a little bit weaker in this version. Still, they might want to ban out stuff like the AM. But no, they're gonna go for First Pick Visage.
Yeah, they take Visage themselves. Anti-Mage isn't always a first pick hero, so maybe if Anti-Mage is still in the pool, they'll ban it out in the next stage. But once again, Myth Trust can pick up the Lifesteal if they want it. They can pick up Darkseer if they want to put that in the off lane. So there's a lot of strong heroes left in the pool because Alchemist isn't normally banned, which means that there's all these other heroes which slip through now instead.
Yep. And remember guys, as always during the drafting is the time for you to tell me if there are any issues. You know, call out your picks and bans, although there's a 2-minute delay and most of them won't reach me, but in the middle of the draft I will get to hear some of your insights, and yeah, do share it with us. It's draft phase, we don't really have to control the camera that much. I keep it near me, so this is time for feedback as well as, well, calling our heroes. And yeah, I'll give shoutouts to you if you guys do guess it right. But right now, yeah, Myth Trust taking a little bit of time to think about the next pick, and like a lot of casters, I'm sure I'm still very confused with this new drafting phase. I always believe there'll be 3 picks and then 2. It's been like that for the longest time, and now with this 2-2 change, it's a little bit confusing.
Yeah, I even get confused myself. I'm always like, wait, who is first pick again, or who's going to be up next? Yeah. It's a bit different. It takes some getting used to, even as a 8 to 9 year old Dota player. So I can only imagine new players are just like, I don't even know. I don't even want to know. But Lifestealer gets first picked, so Myth Trust, they probably don't want to pick up Darkseer because both Darkseer and Lifestealer, they play in the off lane, so it doesn't really make a lot of sense to have both heroes on the same team. But they can always run Darkseer in the jungle if they want.
Darkseer is something you don't really want to count out that quickly because he's really good. So even good on Visage as well, it can help to eat away at those Gravekeeper charges. I mean, it's not such a big deal, but Darkseer could do that. And he's pretty tanky as well. No, they're gonna go for the Treant Protector. So, Treant Protector will be saving allies, I think. I'm not so sure what the interaction with damage block is with respect to Visage's Soul Assumption charges. So, I'm not so sure how that's gonna work, but I imagine if it does work, it can be a really good counter pick against this Visage. Anything that can reduce incoming damage will... but
Soul Assumption is just, it's one thing of damage, so it won't even get rid of the tree living armor all too fast. But Iron Shell can wear away at the tree living armor pretty fast.
I wasn't talking about damage. I was actually talking more about the Visage damage counter not going up because the damage is blocked.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah, usually you want to just nuke the guy down, so perhaps Gyrocopter and Visage is the best, of course. Gyrocopter, Rocket Barrage, and Soul Assumption is an instant kill at level 1, but yeah, if you block off the instances of damage, like you block off a Stormbolt from a Savant, and Lina Stun, all these are blocked. Soul Assumption doesn't get countered up, I'm not so sure. Mac guys in the chat can actually share.
It'll take a lot longer to get like the full damage nuke for Visage.
But of course Darkseer is going to cure that living armor problem right away, so you're going to be happy about that. So I bet you're rooting for Spartans right now.
I see tree pick and I already know which team I'm going for. Luckily last game the tree lost, but this time around we'll have to see. Myth Trust obviously the favorites going into this game, but we'll see if the Spartans can make something happen. They actually Myth Trust do ban on the anti-mages themselves, so
they want to have fun.
They don't seem to. Yeah, they want fun this game. They also don't want anti-mage for Lakels. Maybe it leans to something like a Morphling for him.
Yeah, it could be a Morphling, and actually I'm not so sure if he has been tried before, but Morphling, I've seen a slot pick up against him because stats removal is really good against Morph. But another hero to consider actually is Necrolite, because no matter how much you Morph, if a Necrolite drops the Reaper Scythe on you, you're gonna lose a chunk of damage more than you can heal. So, and of course the Heartstopper aura does offset, making your Morph a little bit weaker than it actually is. So Necrolite could be a possible counter to an Alchemist as well. No, not Alchemist, I mean... Alchemist is good as well, because Alchemist always has buyback, and if you drop the Aghanim's Reaper on him, he's dead. But Morphling is the hero I'm talking about. Yeah, Morphling is really good to be picked up with the Reaper Scythe, I think.
Yeah, it is a pretty cool little hero here. Another big kills here in the pool is the Clinks, of course. He used to play that a lot, and could be something they look to get him once again if they want to put that in the safe lane. Then they can even put Lifesteal in a tri-lane as an offensive tri-lane, so it does give them stronger lanes if they want to go for something like a Clinks.
And Dota Beyond actually banned out the Puck as well as the Storm Spirit. The Storm Spirit,
Queen of
not so sure why they banned it out, and the Puck as well. By banning out, they gave Mistrust the green light to pick up the Quap immediately. She won't be in any danger now. A lot of the good solo mids against her, save for maybe Templar, has been taken. So very few people can actually beat a Queen of Pain, especially when she has living armor. She's going to dive the hell out of you. So it's going to be quite tough to go against this Queen of Pain. I imagine it's going to be a Templar if they want to actually contest this, or they could go for something safer like a DK survivability over actually trying to wrestle the lane away from Quap. But still, with the living armor, like I said, she can dive pretty hard.
Yeah, no one in the pool can beat the Queen of Pain. It's just which heroes can like sort of break even as far as farm goes. DK and Templar Assassin, both are
maybe an OD.
Both are pretty good options.
OD?
Maybe who, sorry?
OD? Destroyer.
Yeah, actually, yeah, OD, as far as 1v1 matchups go, can do well, but living armor will just negate so much of that damage coming out. It's just, OD can actually farm because he gets the higher base damage when he uses the Astral Prism, but
he won't be able to kill the Quap. He'll just he'll just slow down her levels, make sure that she doesn't hit level 6 as quickly to gang the side lanes, yeah. And it will cost her quite a bit of farm. OD is a possible pickup, and it's good against Lifestealer as well. Lifestealer charges onto someone, you just banish the target, and Lifestealer does waste a lot of its time. Or you can banish the Lifestealer before he pops Rage, that hurts him quite a bit as well. And Earthshaker, third pick? Not so sure what the pick is actually for. So, well, it could be a setup pick for something else. What heroes actually go well with an Earthshaker? I know Windrunner has been run with her sometimes. The reach is really good. So Windrunner is good. Gyrocopter, I believe. Is it banned? No, Gyrocopter is not banned.
You want to have some... Yeah, Gyrocopter is great. And just have... They already have one hero who goes great with him, Visage. Visage with the Earthshaker is a really strong duo. A lot of the Chinese teams like to pick up these two heroes together just because you have the initiation with an Earthshaker. Then you can get Visage close enough to use a Grave Chill and follow up with a Soul Assumption. You just need a tri-lane hero who can offer damage, which is something like a Gyrocopter, which is still in the pool, so a lot of capabilities for the Spartans to get pretty aggressive here.
Yeah, but Earthshaker does have a lot of mana problems. The turn rate as well as the range increase on Earthshaker. We're gonna see how well that actually does. It has a little bit more space to block off a hero now, and they're gonna pick the Crystal Maiden. One of my favorite supports to watch. Of course, being pretty is a bonus, but Crystal Maiden, I respect all players that actually picked her because she's a really hard hero to play and actually do well without trying to feed so much. You saw Puppy play the hero twice yesterday, and it didn't really work out for him. He did help his team quite a bit, got off a few good freezing fields, but still it did not really help him that much. The Crystal Maiden is a very hard hero to master. It's a really high skill hero, I think.
Yeah, it's one of those funny things where everyone, when they get their newbie friends to start playing Dota, it's like, oh, just play Crystal Maiden, but it actually turns out to play Crystal Maiden well is one of the hardest things in the game to do. And Weaver, there's your hero for the tri-lane, and it's a pretty scary one. This is one which can really give Crystal Maiden a hard time.
Yeah, and it just laughs at Lifestealer, so Weaver, a good pickup. He's going to be slipping in and out of battle. The only one actually being able to lock him down is actually the... Well, no one actually can lock him down. He can just Sukuchi out of Frostbite. He can time-lapse out of the overgrowth, so he's gonna have no lockdown right now. Mithras has no way to stop this Weaver, save for perhaps Lifestealer or perhaps the Queen of Pain gets up that silent stick. But I don't think Lifestealer will want to go for that. Quad will probably pick that up, but if she doesn't lose if she loses the lane or has a bad time, I don't think she will, of course, with the Trian on her side. But still, she has to get up a very fast Orchid.
Yeah, I totally agree here, and we can't even quite tell what Queen of Pain is going to be up against in the mid lane. So maybe Queen of Pain has an easy time there, but if it's some kind of a tough lane, like the Templar Assassin you mentioned, then suddenly it gets a lot harder. Mithras banned the Dragon Knight, so they don't want to go up against a Dragon Knight in the mid lane, they decide, and Spectre banned by the Spartans. So they do ban out one of Lakel's carry heroes, but still Morphling, still Clinks, still plenty of options for Lakel's as far as carries go.
There has to be a reason to pick up a Crystal Maiden. There's no good reason to pick up a Crystal Maiden. I would understand if Spartans pick that up because it does help Earthshaker regen. That's really important for him because he really sucks with mana. And it does lock down the Queen of Pain because Frostbite prevents the Quad Blink. But Crystal Maiden or Mithras, I mean, will Lakel's have problems with mana on Morphling? I don't know.
You sometimes do. CM Morphling is also a really good combo because you can be very aggressive. Morphling actually does a lot of nuke damage, so with a Crystal Maiden who has 2 nukes at level 2, you can get kills at level 2, level 3 with CM Morphling, so it's a really strong combination. You can even send it mid if you want to and put someone like Queen of Pain at top, but I think it was one of the Western teams used to do CM Morphling dual lane mid all the time, and it would just win so easily. It would dominate the lane, so it's a pretty strong support hero at level 2, but the problem is later on you sort of wane off a bit. Brilliance Aura isn't all that strong.
This is my analogy, if you will, when it comes to CM, or even Shaman for that matter. Shadow Shaman as well as CM. They are both great heroes. They have very, very, very big skill caps. But the thing is that if you play them well, you really benefit. You see some of the Chinese players, they're great with Shadow Shaman. Rasta, how we call him, CM. Another hero as well. You must know when to be aggressive and when not to. And she's kind of like the weak link. She's great, but especially with Visage. Say you get a lot of nuke. You say there's nuke. If there's nuke, Visage is gonna get a Soul Assumption, and if he gets hit, she gets hit by a Soul Assumption, a Fissure as well as Tsukuchi. She'll probably die first before Weaver, Visage, or Earthshaker does, and she might just give away first blood, just like that, even if she didn't do any damage. Didn't take any damage from right clicks.
Yeah, no, definitely agree here. OD, the last pick for Dota Beyond Spartans. I mean, you mentioned the one hero who can maybe win or at least slow down Queen of Pain mid, and it does get picked up, so this is a smart hero to have, because Weaver's not really a good hard carry. They needed another sort of carry in their team, and OD is a perfect fit for that. Templar Assassin does fit a similar role, but OD I think does better mid against Queen of Pain than the Templar Assassin.
Yep, and for all you guys asking in the chat, it is Dota Beyond Spartans are from Philippines. They are a Southeast Asian organization, according to someone on my friend list, as well as the what's his name, as well as the owner. So it is a Southeast Asian organization, but they are a Filipino team. Alright guys, we're gonna jump into the game. Draft is over and all the heroes are heading out. So I'm gonna go through Dota Beyond Spartans and you can go through Mithras once again. So Bonjourlé, the very talented solo player. I played with him on pubs before, and luckily for me, he was on my team. And OD gonna be played by Bonjourlé, and LA gonna play on the Weaver, and it's gonna be Touche gonna be on the Earthshaker. Aaron is gonna be on the Visage. I saw him play it yesterday quite a bit as well. Ace Litto gonna play on the Darkseer. Alright, on to Mithras.
On to Mithras, we are going to have Lifestealer played by TNK. Sitting at the fountain, we do have Arba, who's going to be playing the Queen of Pain as the solo mid. Then we have the tri-lane up top. It's Lakel's on the Morphling. We've got Trio Protector played by SD, and R5 on the poor little Crystal Maiden.
Yeah, rarely see Crystal Maiden actually flourish, and well, seeing the lack of sets on his Crystal Maiden shows that he doesn't really treasure his Crystal Maiden that much, so he might not have played it quite a bit of times. I have a very pimped out CM, I play her quite a bit, and so I know the pain of playing Crystal Maiden. You don't always get good scores, and we're gonna see a little bit of aggression now. Lakel's gonna go, oh, he gets Fissure on the wrong side. He did pump Wave Bomb in level 1 as well, but no, the Fissure just trapped Visage on the wrong side. So no Soul Assumption, no burst damage, and a little bit of a mistake, but still, they get a lot of damage onto Lakel's, forces him to morph into Strength, which he, of course, he will send it into Agile, but it does cost him a lot after that nerf in the previous patch. Each point costs about 15 or 10 mana more, so it does hurt Lakel's quite a bit, but Living Armor is gonna bring him right up.
Lakel's loves to do this as well. He almost always goes morph stats at level 1 and gets a bunch of agility just to help him win the last hit battle. Lakel's, it's all about last hits, and he's going to be up against a Trallin here, so his damage is important, but also his HP is, whenever he gets initiated on, he needs as much HP as possible.
Yeah, finally, we see a Trallin on Trallin, no Trallin against nothing. And the two off laners, TNK versus Darks here, so on the bottom lane. And we see Treant Protector chasing down Aaron. Aaron can't really do much against the tanky guy, and Abba in the middle lane against the OD. He's not going to have a good time. Even with the living armor, he's going to lose a bunch of intel, lose his base damage. And that's, I think, the biggest problem when it comes to the OD banish. You lose your base damage, it makes you really hard for you to last hit anything. And once the OD does get more levels than that, he's going to have a bad time. And, well, you have to keep an eye on the top lane. He might have a lot of aggression coming in.
Once again, Lakel's almost well, he didn't almost get killed, but he got very, very low. He got down to 150 HP. Another fissure was used, but even fissures, just to harass Lakel's, it's worthwhile. You don't have to kill him with every fissure.
Yep. And, well, living armor is going to help quite a fair bit, but he's still having to force. Well, he's still forced to actually having to morph a lot into strength, and he's not going for any points in waveform. I believe he has added one stat. If I'm not wrong, no,
he just was a bit slow. Yeah. But he used up all his mana. Like he doesn't even have mana for a waveform, and that's all just from morphing agility and strength.
Yeah, they want to go again. And if they drop the fissure this time with the Sakuchi, they might actually burst him down really low, and Weaver might actually go for a dive. But I'm not so sure about that. But middle lane, we already see the toll taken on Abba. Abba dropping down to 51 base damage. He has gone for the early mantle to try and alleviate this, but it doesn't really help when OD just sucks everything out. And now Bonjour, he has 8 last hits, and Queen of Pain sitting at 5, and now he's going to get right click down. He's going to right click Abba. Yeah, he's going to right click Abba. Abba taking a whopping amount of damage. Yeah, Bonjour should have gone for right clicks there.
It was interesting. Abba only level 2 right now, so he didn't have any points in Scream yet. I thought he was maybe going to win that little battle there, but Bonjour late picks up a bottle. He's going to get this top rune, which is a haste rune, and he's also going to refill his bottle, so that's a really nice little pickup for him.
Yeah, and a good thing about the 2-minute haste rune, it does ensure the 4-minute rune. Well, even with Queen of Pain Blink, you can just haste her and beat her to it, especially since you have the banish. And by the 4-minute mark, you will have level 3 banish, and that lasts long enough for you to steal the rune. And well, Abba doesn't have any mana to do anything now.
Yeah, Abba, I guess he's got the magic stick which you can use to give him mana for a blink, but he doesn't even have his bottle, Abba. He's going to have it in one more CS, but this is a painful time he's having in this middle lane.
Banished again. The problem with the OD banish is it not only steals your intelligence, but it does make you, yeah, it makes you lose the XP. So if any creeps die while you're in prison, you lose the XP for the creep kill. So you're gonna fall behind on levels, which is why you already see OD climbing further and further ahead. I mean, the denies are a lot higher on OD, but after a while you're gonna see a big toll, especially when OD starts banishing more and more as he denies creeps. He should look to do that. You deny QP of the entire creep. He doesn't even need to deny, just needs to wait for the creep to die while Queen of Pain's prison.
Yeah, and Treant Protector forced to start using living armor in the middle lane to help out Queen of Pain, and this is a spell he'd like to be using on Morphling. Right now, both Morphling and Queen of Pain desperately need this living armor. Only one can ever really have it at a time, and even Lifesteal at bottom lane. This is not a good matchup for Lifestealer. Sure, you've got Rage against the Iron Shell of a Darkseer, but Darkseer wins this lane as far as farming goes, so not an easy time that TNK is going to have.
Yeah. And now we see Treant Protector. Nope, we're gonna get Grave chilled up for a moment. I thought he was smoked, but no, he's just gonna stand on the high ground. SD gonna be playing very careful. Lakel's gonna be sitting among a bunch of creeps there, neutrals, Radiant, Dire creeps, all farming together. And well, Lakel's will be getting some much needed gold as well as EXP and harass free. That's the most important. He doesn't really have a lot of regeneration left, save for Salve.
Well, CM is jungling. Yeah. You want to find the safest place to go as a CM, you jungle. And CM's actually pretty good with the at jungling now. The buff to the Arcane Aura means you can have slightly more mana, although he doesn't have any points yet. He's just hit level 3, so I think he should pick up 1 point in it, but he's just been killing off these level 5, level 6 creeps, because 1 point in Frostbite is all you need to do that.
Yeah, he has a point in Clarity Potion now, so he probably want to get that at level 4, most likely. Or get the Arcane, the Aura at level 4. He wants to go for a bit more aggression with the Frostbite. And we see Boots fly out for the Treant Protector, so he can get a little bit closer in for the Leech Seed now. And I don't think Lakel's is in any danger of dying. He has 700 HP, a little bit too high for them to burst down, and he can just wave away the safety. Living armor to follow up, so he's gonna be pretty safe. I think he has effectively left the danger zone, if you call it that. But Bonjour gonna hit level 6 now. Queen of Pain still sitting at 11 last hits and nowhere near level 5. This is what I was talking about. If you get pushed out of experience range, or banished while the creep's dead. Oh, you fall behind on levels, and this is what they really needed. And oh, see him getting blocked by neutrals there. Oh, here comes the box, and this is what I was talking about. Is there gonna be a fissure? Fissure's gonna land, and this R5 is gonna be first blood. Nothing he can really do about that. So assumption, like I said, he doesn't really need to do it. He just needs to stand around, you die. But Lakel's gonna get a revenge kill on Aaron. Well, looks like, oh, Weaver, he wants to go for a kill. Is that Germinate attack? No Germinate attack on the Weaver. Very surprising there. But SB, is he gonna go for the Sukuji? Yep, he goes for Sukuji. Fissure secures that kill. But Lakel's, unfortunate for him, doesn't have the waveform to finish off the Weaver. So now he's gonna, well, he's just gonna let his teammate die. And he's gonna go back to farming. But a great engagement there, I think. Spartans did manage to get something there. Queen of Pain picks up a haste rune. I want to look for the darks here. Just walk past him. So, unfortunate for him.
Yeah, and the big thing there was even though Lakel's got a kill, the first blood went the way of the Pinoy team to the Spartans. So they got first blood, they got the extra gold, as well as the extra kill in the end. So they managed that nicely, they managed their mana really well. The Earthshaker has been constantly clearing up, he's got the Bassi Ring aura coming out from the Weaver, so he always has this mana for 2 fissures whenever there's a clash. Right now he's only got mana for 1, so they won't look to re-engage until Earthshaker has mana for another 2 fissures.
He's gonna be in a little bit of trouble. He's gonna be right click down. He does have the ultimate, so Queen of Pain cannot dive this. He's gonna take a lot of damage, but I think that ultimate was a little bit too early. He should have waited for another banish, and another banish would have definitely killed the Queen of Pain.
Oh, he's Earthshaker. Earthshaker's coming mid lane. Tried to kill Queen of Pain, but
Queen of Pain has blink.
Yeah.
No, he's gonna blink to the high ground. It's gonna be big charges, savings life there. And like I said, if OD had the discipline, just hold on for to that Astral Imprisonment for just 1 more second, that 10 intel boost would have been enough to knock him over. It's 20 intel difference if you do cast once, so it's a lot of damage. And we have dropped the Queen of Pain to 0. So, well, unfortunate for him, the ultimate does have a long cooldown, so you don't really want to whiff it. You want to get a kill at least with each cast.
Yeah, well, they do miss out a little bit there at the mid lane, and I still think they're doing a great job because Queen of Pain has only 13 creep kills right now. Arbor's really been dominated the mid lane by the OD. The problem is the other 2 Myth Trust carries, the Lifesteal as well as the Morphling, are actually leading the CS charts right now. So Lifesteal's done well against the Darkseer, both heroes with a decent amount of farm. We'll probably see a fast mech on the Darkseer, but a hero like Lifestealer can start ganking very soon if he wants to.
Yep. And now LA, has got a Ring of Health, so he's going for the Lincoln's build. I guess it's alright, the Lincoln's. It will block Frostbite, but I don't think that it's the best spell right now to get. And now they're gonna go on Lakel's. They're gonna just punch him in the face, but I don't think they're gonna go for this. Lakel's can't really die at this moment, and losing a lot of health there, Weaver. Fissure a little bit on the wrong side as well. And Lakel's really can't die with the waveform between the Morph as well as the Living Armor. Now he might actually get a kill on, nope. Grave Chill is gonna save his life, but Lakel's feels like God right now, he doesn't really die.
This is completely different to his Alchemist last game. His Alchemist seemed to be getting ganked off and killed a fair bit, but throw a Terrain Protector on your team and you give a hero like give a hero to like Morphling to the kills. Morphling has essentially 4 skills that can help him escape. Waveform is like a better than Blink type skill. You can morph to Strength. You can use Adaptive Strike as a stun, and you can use Replicate to get out of there. He's got 4 escape skills, and then he's got Terrain Protector, Living Armor. He is going to be almost impossible to kill this game.
Yeah, he might actually decide to skip on those defensive items like Lincoln's, go straight for an E-Blade. I mean, he can survive it. There really isn't a lot of things that can kill him right now. And an E-Blade will be really useful, even against the Weaver or OD. They don't really have a lot of HP to survive that.
Yeah.
And the supports, of course, won't be surviving the E-Blade blast as well. So
I'd be surprised by Lincoln's just because there's no like single target. The only thing you're maybe blocking is a Soul Assumption or a Grave Chill. There's no.
Or a Banish.
Okay, there's also the Prison from the OD, but blocking Prison doesn't help a whole lot.
Yeah, the thing is that there are a lot of Pinoy teams, or what you call it, oh wait, hold that thought,